What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. So this is going to be part 2 of why the narcissist chose you. So in this video, I'm going to tell you why, well, part 1 I told y'all why the narcissist chose you. And in this video, I want to talk about what to do as far as going forward. Like once you've went no contact and everything. What you need to do going forward is make sure that you do not socialize with the narcissist social circle. Because even though you may have mutual friends, you can even, have known those friends before the narcissist. You probably introduced a lot of people to the narcissist. But you may even have to cut them off. I mean, I had to do that. I've had to cut off people who I've known way longer than the narcissist. But once she was able to pretty much get them to believe everything that she says, she was even, turning them against me. And even though it's like they know me better than what she, they know me for more than what she described or what she tried to paint me as. It's just like that they were still kind of drawn to her too much, and they were still trying to associate with me, and I just didn't feel right with that. I just felt like it's like any friend of my enemy cannot be my friend, and I don't care who it is, how long we've known each other, the good times we've had, or whatever. I just felt like that if you can let somebody like draw you in that much, then you just really not a good person for me. And that's what I choose to do, is just to cut off anybody in the narcissist social circle. It's healthy for you. It'll help the healing process, because the reason why you really need to do that is if you keep in contact with someone who associates with the narc, pretty sure you're gonna at some time or another mention the narcissist, or they're gonna try to get you to say things about them, because they may even bring them up, and you can't really trust what they're saying behind your back. And they may not be saying anything bad, it's just that they may be saying too much for the narcissist information. It's like they don't need to know anything about you. When you go no contact, you have to be strict about it, you have to be serious about it, and you have to be strong about it. You have to really have that strong willpower to completely remove them out of your life. Because if not, you're still giving them supply, even though you don't communicate with them anymore. You're still giving them supply because somebody is giving them some, information on you that they don't need to know about you. So you just have to be careful with it. And meanwhile, they've gone on with their life. They moved on to the next supply, supply who's probably always been there. And they just kind of know how to play the game, because you're giving them what they want, even though they don't talk to you. It's like in their mind, long as they have some type of connection to you, any type of information, it's supply. It's good supply for them. Especially if you are saying things like, if like you're venting to someone about the narc, and the way you express yourself, you can hear the pain in your voice, the frustration, the hurt, the betrayal, whatever. The narc, they feed onto that. Like, they love to get those type of reactions from you, whether they know they can, have you back again or not. It still makes them feel good. So you just don't want to give them anything about you. The less they know, the better, and the better for you as far as going forward and healing. That's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video, part 2 of why the narcissist chose you. Because they probably kind of feel like, well, they have you, they pretty much know you to the point where they kind of know how you're going to react to things. They know how you are going to, how you are with other people. So they just kind of assume that, well, if they were so easy for me to get a hold to, they'll be that way with anyone else. And they know who they can use to pick you for information. So that's, it's all comes a part of why they chose you, because they kind of feel like you're weak. And it's not so much about you being weak. I mean, don't even look at yourself as being weak. Just look at yourself as being an empath. And they know, they picked empaths because they look at them as an easy target. And they know how to pretend like to be an empath. They suck everything out of you like body snatchers and pretty much try to become who you are. And then the real them shows once they become angry, or once you expose them for who they really are. So again, that's pretty much all I want to talk about in this video today. So thank y'all for watching. Leave your comments down below. And another thing I want to mention right quick. Well, today is Narcissistic Awareness Day. And, a lot of people, they don't know about this unseen enemy. So just try not to like I've learned not to push this information on people, because a lot of times I had to start my car over again. So a lot of times it's going to fall on deaf ears. They're not going to receive it. They're just not going to be able to relate to it if it's never happened to them. Or maybe it has happened to them. Maybe they have been a victim of a narcissist or a toxic person, and they just don't know how to they haven't really recognized it enough to pinpoint it and speak on it. And so, continue to embrace your support system if you have a support system. If you don't find a good support system, whether it be social media or groups that you can find in your local area, and just get yourself involved in talking with people, like-minded individuals who don't mind, speaking about it to the point where they really understand you and you listen to understand them. Because at the end of the day, we are stronger together. We can get through this together if we continue to support each other. It's something else that I wanted to talk about. I hate when I just draw a blank all of a sudden. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to drag this video along, but so leave your comments down below. Thank y'all for watching, and I will be back on Wednesday. Okay, y'all, I'm back with a really quick video. I just remember what else it was I was supposed to talk about. Okay, so the other day I was reading through some comments, and I'm going to catch up on my comments today too. And someone left a comment which they have deleted now. I wish they would have kept it up, because I left a really long and detailed response and they deleted the comment. But they left a comment saying, thank you for this video, but maybe that was your karma for hurting the something, but it's like saying for hurting somebody, being a flying monkey with a narcissist who I speak of in these videos. And I'm like, what karma? I didn't feel like that I received any karma, any backlash. I don't feel like I was punished in any type of way. I know what the narcissist attempt to do and what I receive are two different things. So clearly it's like you just kind of, forgot the lady's name, but I know it was a female that left a comment, just misunderstood the video. I just speak on how the narcissists maneuver, tactics that they use, how they manipulate people, anything that they do to try to hurt you, the abuse, just the really, really bad treatment that you receive from narcissists. And in that particular video, I think it was on the evil stare video. I don't even really remember exactly what I meant. Like, I have to go back and watch the video. And I will, but again, the person deleted the comment. Again, I don't feel like I received karma, because if you listen to what I'm saying, I don't feel punished. I feel like I am protected by the Most High. And I know that God will not allow evil to attack me. Doesn't mean they will not try to, but they will not succeed. And so I'm not worried about what the narcissists do, but I am prepared because, I don't put anything past them. The narcissist will never let you go. They will never leave you alone. They will always checking up on you. Can be years down the line after you went on contact. You probably haven't even seen the narc in a very, very long time. But the moment they see you, they will try to, suck you back in. They will try to get back into your life. And so that's why it's like I'm learning. I know now. I know more and more how they operate. I know what I'm dealing with a narc. And, based on my circumstances, luckily for me, fortunately, and I know I can't say that about a lot of people's situation with the narc and the abuse they had to go through. I only dealt with the narcissist in the workplace, only for a few hours a day. However, they tried the hardest to destroy me by doing so many different things. But they did not succeed. I do not feel punished. I don't feel like something is, like God is punished. Like I didn't. Everything that the narc did to try to turn me against people, they did that with people who I've never had a relationship with. So it was not like I, was well acquainted with the people who they spoke against. With the narcissists, it's always divide and conquer. They feel so powerful in between two people, and they kind of play those two people against each other. And even though they were able to turn people against me, and they thought they were able to turn me against people, the type of heart I have, I don't just hate you because of something someone else told me about you. It's like, my mother told me a long time ago, she used to always say, find people out for yourself. And so, I will live by that for the rest of my life. I have been that way since my mother told me this as a teenager. And nobody can come into my life and make me feel differently. I've never mistreated anybody who the narc has talked bad about to me. I've never tried to hurt anybody because I'm not like that. That's just not in me. But I know how they operate. I've never tried to hurt anybody. I was close to her. I considered a lot of what she used to say about people. I took it into consideration. At the same time, I questioned it a lot. My side eye was always like, I don't know, because they don't give me that. You're really the narcissist is always going to try to convince you that somebody is the total opposite of what they are. And the more they can keep you divided from them, the better it's going to kind of look. But then again, no matter how much they describe the person to me or try to get me to just hate somebody for their own personal thing, I just didn't feel that way. And just because I didn't associate with the person doesn't mean I hated them. I just, there was just no communication. However, these people who she tried to turn me against are at work. These are my co-workers. So it's like I know what I come to do. I come to work just to come to work, do my work, and leave. It's not like I was coming to work to establish any type of friendships. So I never really took that serious. The narcissist does not know my family. They don't know, close friends or acquaintances or, just anybody that's really close to me in my life. They don't. They only know people at work. And she felt most powerful by separating me from people at work and turning everybody against me at work. And at the same time, I'm pretty sure she was thinking that she turned me against them. But the whole while, I felt more backlash from people who she was supposedly had been speaking, she had already spoken bad against them to me. So anyway, I just wanted to explain that and just clear that up real quick. I never felt any karma. I never felt punished, hurt, destroyed, or anything. But I know what the narcissist will try to do. But she will not succeed. Never. She will not. And God gave me the gift of discernment to know a person's true character. And that's one of the biggest gifts that you'll have going forward in your life after dealing with that type of abuse. And so, you know, I just wish everybody well and hope nobody ever have to go through that with anyone or be involved in any type of toxic situation, friendship, relationship, or whatever, family relations. So anyway, thank y'all for watching. Leave your comments on this and I'll talk to you soon.